The Last of Us Episode 3, the Bill and Frank story. Very divisive, big controversy. So here are my thoughts. First, like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. One, I thought this was a beautiful little thing. I really did. It got me watery-eyed. As far as romance goes, this and Drive are like my top two favorite romantic things I've ever seen in entertainment. Now, the divisiveness is it woke? Is one of them. There's two things. One, is it woke? And the answer is no. Woke is when you are forcing political activism through your entertainment. So it's when they're breaking the fourth wall, and you can feel the vibe, the tonality of it change when they're trying to break the fourth wall. Velma is woke. Velma is preaching to you and telling you how to think and insulting the shit out of you. J.K. Rowling saying, Gandalf? Well, not Gandalf, what's the other old ass wizard? Dumbledore. He's gay. No, he wasn't. You just made him gay because you were trying to, pander to a certain crowd at that time. Now she's doing the complete opposite. Lando Calrissian. Oh, he's pansexual. No, he isn't. You just said that right now because you're on camera and you're trying to cater to a crowd. Little Mermaid. Oh, we're going to make her black. Why? No, we're not doing it for any reason. We swear to God. You're just noticing it because you're racist. Why don't you just make Princess and the Frog the black princess? We're not going to do that. Because that's not us doing something. You can't see us change her because she's already black. You got to see us change the white person black. That's woke. It's your political activism of identity politics. This is just a story of two people, meeting. And every few years, you just see a part of their life. And then, spoilers, the end of it. 20 years. A little love story. And it works so well because, one, the acting's great, the writing's great, the directing is beautiful and nuanced and wonderful. And it really does highlight the situation Joel and Ellie are in because they don't get to have this. So it really does benefit them in a way to deviate like this because it just highlights how miserable their situation is. And it adds hope in this apocalypse because Ellie is hope, that he's the cure. So to see that people can make a life in this apocalypse is wonderful. And it's hope. You need hope. You need something to gravitate towards. Walking Dead got so miserable that it was just this constant feeling of dread and boredom watching it. And it got so repetitive because of it, because they never changed pace really to me. That's what made it so repetitive. It got just dull. This, knowing that this show has the capacity to change pace like this, makes it exciting. Because I didn't expect this. And knowing that I can go into an episode not having any idea how it's going to go is great. They took a character that was from the game, and they just said, we have the freedom to give this character a good, big backstory. And what it does is it lets the audience know that you're not going to expect what's coming. Lets the audience know that we are willing to add more to something. Add stuff of substance to stuff that didn't have substance before. He was just a character to get supplies from. And that we are going to add upon a game. And we're not going to subtract from a game, which is what a lot of video game adaptations do. We're going to add upon it. We're going to do more with things that we can do more with. And to me, this is only beneficial to the TV show itself. That that they can take anything that has little and add more to it. They're not changing something dramatic. They're not making some big dramatic, we're altering this element in the game dramatically. We are just willing to add more. And what they added, I thought, was beautiful, poignant, and just chef's kiss. So that's one of the big arguments. The other big argument is that it deviated, and I understand people getting bothered by that. I do. I don't like when people get bothered calling this woke because it isn't woke. No pronoun shit in here. You can't just say because it's gay, it's woke. That can't be the rule because then you make the liberals right. The far left for liberals in California, they're like, this is what you guys are saying. I'm like, it's the little percentage of people who don't know what that means. And you also can't make it like, kids watch the show, and now you're putting this stuff in it. I'm like, why are kids watching the show? The show's entirely adult. I've heard that argument too. The only fair argument is that you don't like that it deviates from the main story. That's fine. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. Got me watery-eyed. And Nick Offerman, he's the man. This is Ron Swanson surviving the apocalypse, and I'm glad that he had someone other than Tammy to fall in love with. I thought it was a beautiful episode, beautiful story. 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10, A+ stuff. It really was. And I like that the show is not saying we're Walking Dead. We're going to be able to go in different directions and just add on to things. Because they're not taking away anything from Last of Us by doing this. So, those are my thoughts. Like and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are.